All right, let's go. JTQ9 of SSX-1 here, back with Season 34, War Number 11. I'm slightly obsessed with that intro music, I'm not going to lie, so I figured I'd let it run a little bit at the beginning as it's now fading probably to the background. And yeah, so let's go with this. We got D69 here. Port and War, big war. These guys are currently sitting Masters 2nd overall, and we are hoping to dethrone them off of that perch. And also give us a chance at solidifying our top 10, because I know we're pretty much solidified for Masters. We've got their 32-34 against our 31-29. And we're going to start this off like we normally do in a normal environment. Penny, Void, Hazard Shift. Nothing new here, as you all have seen me take this multiple times. We've got the strategy, as you all know, of doing the SP1. Avoiding the SP2 because the Incinerate does absolutely no damage. And watch the timer, watch our count, and after that, it's a pretty straightforward fight. So seeing as there's not a whole lot more to talk about this fight, in the sense that nothing really important happens after this to get it down, I do want to take the time, as you saw my thumbnail, to wish everyone a happy Father's Day for all those that are dads out there. Hopefully you had a wonderful day. I was fortunate enough to spend the time with my family, my 3 kids, so I had a wonderful day with them, and it was very, very pleasant. So to all those that were able to either spend time with their father or whatnot, I hope you had a wonderful day. So with that said, now as this fight's about to come to an end, I will tee up this next one with this Weapon X fight, which I have taken a lot of times in the past. This time, as I've mentioned, it didn't go according to plan. So I've always said that Weapon X can go one of two ways. It can be a very easy fight if the AI cooperates, or it can go very bad very quickly, as you will see in this one. So Weapon X, typically it's a penny cycle, but you have to push him. Like, here's where I made a mistake. My first mistake was I left him at 24, and I should have at least hit him to activate his Berserk and then back off to give me some more space. But here I got him to throw a heavy, and as you can see, I dashed in a fraction of a second too late, and because of that, I ate a 5-hit combo to the face, and like that, I am dead, trapped in the corner, and took another death. It's 2 wars in a row that I just absolutely feel horrible about. So I elected to wait a couple minutes before jumping into this next one, because I knew I didn't necessarily have backup here. I've taken this fight so many times that it shouldn't be an issue. So this time I elected to use an advanced power boost just so I could get to a penny cycle early, and got really lucky because he was unstoppable there and didn't take a combo to the face. So note to self, I will not be doing that again. So now the idea is, at this point, because of the power gain 1, it should be pretty easy to get back to it, except I go for a hit and then take another combo to the face. At least this time I waited out the unstoppable from the heavy, was able to throw the SP2, and kind of was backing out, shaking, knowing that he was finally dead. So that's a fight that I am usually very comfortable with. I have dueled him a million times. I have fought him probably 20 times in war, or at least 10, 15 times in war. I should never die there. And now I had a pit in my stomach. So these next 3 fights that I was taking, I ended up taking the next day, just because one of our guys fell asleep and we couldn't get it down at the same time, which is probably a good thing because, well, except for there where to be honest, I haven't fought many of the Mystic Dispersions nodes without either Reed or I-Bomb this year, so I'm a little out of practice when it comes to that. So that's why the start of this fight was extremely sloppy. And then I realized after that, okay, you got to smarten up, button, like buckle up, button down, and just make sure that you don't take any more hits. So I get to a normal kind of doom cycle here. I elected at this point to push myself back to another SP3, to then, I apologize for whatever reason this one wasn't sped up, but push him back to an SP3, and then the fight after that is more or less done. So I used the Odin pre-fights there because it was rich get richer, so I'm the one constantly gaining power as opposed to him. So in a normal environment, these two fights with Doom are should be very simple. So I was boosted up just to be safe. At this point, I didn't actually look at the score in the war. I knew it was probably pretty close. I knew that I was basically the only death in my battle group. Maybe there was one other one that I might have missed, but I knew the war was probably pretty close at this point. So I want to do everything I could to not mess up again, because I hate feeling that I'm that one death that decided whether or not we win or lose a war. So I hate dying in the first place. It, like I said, leaves a pit in my stomach, but usually I do my due diligence, I do my part, I boost up, I do my duels, I talk strategy over, and just when it's poor execution, it kind of just frustrates me. So anyway, that Venom went down pretty easily with a couple Doom cycles, and then I have this Sam Wilson, which I was pretty excited to take because I've never used Odin in a war before, and I actually had, given the opportunity to use them for the first time. So strategy here was basically get to my SP1, throw it to get my True Strike on, which means he's not going to auto block me when he throws specials. Bait the SP1 because it's really, really easy. And because I have more buffs up, I guess, I'm the one gaining the power, I was just spamming the SP1. It was like a 2-hit SP1 just to make sure that my True Strike was up. I think at one point coming up, I ended up going beyond the SP1 just because I was gaining power and I couldn't kind of get the hit in. So because of that, I was here. I was able to throw that SP2, which does a great amount of damage, and then finish it off, of course, in style with another SP1. So for me, this fight was really, 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 really easy. No stress after doing a bunch of duels. And unfortunately, our battle group ended up losing this one 2-1. I hate being a part of that. But we ended up taking the victory, which was huge. The rest of our alliance only died one time, and we ended up taking down the victory. So we knocked them out of second place Masters, which is good. I'm sorry, Cap and Godman and some of the guys that I know over there. But now with 6 wins, 5 losses on the season, we are in a position, I believe, if we win our last war, that we have a chance at top 10. Which would be great, considering it's kind of been an up and down. Like, we win one, we lose one, we win one, lose one. We couldn't really string any kind of streaks together. But we're in a good spot. And again, happy Father's Day to all those that, that celebrated today. I think in some of the other countries, I'm in Canada, so I know in the US they celebrate it as well. But in some of the other countries, maybe they don't celebrate it today. Maybe it's another week. But all to say is, happy Father's Day. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.